Devour wolf. Go, go, go. Let's go, let's go. Make that money. Devour wolf. Go, go, go. Let's go, let's go. Make that money. Make that money, don't you know? Flipping the bills, I'm on the roll. Hustle so strong, I never quit. Count it up quick, I'm stacking it. Let's go, make that money, yo. Flipping and stacking, watch it grow. Cash in my pocket, pockets stay swole. We ain't gonna stop, we're on a roll. Let's go, turn it up a notch. Money in the bank, watch it never stop.
How to create your own AI animations and more. First off, download Pinokio. Once you download Pinokio and you installed it, it'll look something like this. Where you want to go is click on Discover, and this is after you install it by default settings. There's not much you need to change. If you want to change your directory from C to E or whatever, make those changes. Once you fully install it, like I said before, just go to Discover, and then you could download either like Comfy UI, or to make it easy, you just download the old-fashioned Stable Diffusion. Click on Download. You'll get something like this. If you don't get anything like this, you might have to exit out of Pinokio and restart it. Hit Download, and then once you see this, just hit Install. And now it's installing right here. Just let it do what it needs to do. It's going to download the base model and all that good jazz. I'm going to fast forward it as to drawing style. If it's going to be realism, I would go with realistic vision. This would be a good starting point if you want to just draw something that's close as real as possible. I'll have this link down below. All I have to do is download it, and I'll show you where this goes. And the other one is Pony Sauce XL. Download this one if you want more of an anime style. And this will tell you exactly kind of the special tags that this has been created by. So for example, we want to put those in our negatives. Same for this one. You'll see raw photo, subject, whatnot. Long neck, too many fingers, etc., etc. So while this is downloading Division, oh, I already did. All right, good. All right, so when your Stable Diffusion is downloading or installing, and once it's installed, it'll look something like this. Looks really tacky, but we could just hit pop out, and I'll pop it out right here, and now it looks nice and clean. There's a few extensions we want to get, but first is, you see how we have this SDXL base 1.0 in the refiner? We're going to be changing that. First thing to do is let's make an apple. Show you that this is just generating by itself. This is 1024 by 1024. Here's our apple. Just go to Open Images and Output directory, and then it's going to look something like this, right? But if we were to go to the app itself, now we're from this directory, we just go to app. This is pretty much where Stable Diffusion is holding everything in Pinokio. So if we were to go to models, the first thing to do is once you dragged your two models or one model, however, or if you're looking at Civet AI to download more models, once you have them in this section, just go ahead and drag it to Stable Diffusion. Once you drag it to Stable Diffusion, it should be a shortcut. Should look like something like this. These two right here, or this one and this one. See how it says put your checkpoints here. So it's app model Stable Diffusion. Once you got that, go to where you had your text to image. Hit reload. And now they should pop up. So if you want to go real, use realistic. If you want some anime or something to generate, use this. And first is to find an image angle that you like. We're not going to be messing with the image lighting or how the atmosphere is, right? So let's say you want to make a live audition, right? Of let's say a music video. What you want to do is maybe look at some videos on YouTube where it looks like it has a good scene that you like. Maybe you want a piano, maybe you don't want that. There's so many videos already out there, and you don't have to do much. So for example, I am just gonna put on like American Idol, right? And what kind of style you want. So, I mean, there's too much stuff right here. We need maybe the voice. And what kind of style are you looking for? So if you wanted, a female, let's just say female singer, and I'm not gonna go with too many people. Let's use her. This looks like a good image right here. We don't have to use too much. Just go ahead and use your snippet tool. So in your start, so all we're doing is saying start, snippet, and then this will pop up. Just put an S. It should just pop up in your search. Or you could use Control N or however, or the Windows key, Shift, and S to start it. Just hit new. And we're just going to grab this whole image. We're not going to do anything crazy to fix it, yada yada. There's no point. So we'll just get it far in. And it should. Oh no, there it goes. Now we got this. So the key is we got this image and now we got to edit it. So the next step would be to go to your favorite, graphic editor. You could use Krita. You could download this one to be free or whatever. So once I start Krita, waiting for it to start. And I'm going to go with 1920 by 1080. I'm just going to start it. I'll have something like this, which is fine. So I am going to find my image, press Control C, should be able to copy it and then Control V. And I'm just going to say, sRGB, see how it looks. Looks good. And I want to crop it. So I'm going to use this rectangular. Find this. And I am going to transform it. And I'm just going to make it a little bigger on the sides right here. That's a little bit too big. So I'm just going to do something like that. Now I cropped it out. Now you just got to save this image. So find a spot. So I want to create a new folder real quick. Let's see, new video. I'm just going to copy this. I'm going to paste it. I'm going to change this to either JPEG or PNG. I'm just going to keep it PNG. I'm just going to call this 1, right? Now I'll save it. Let's look at 1 real quick. See how it looks. Let's see if I could save it one more time. It's 1A with more compression. I'm just seeing what's the difference. Nothing's really a difference. I don't like how she has earrings. Actually looking at it, it's gonna bug me. Especially how there's 2 loops. You kind of see it right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to draw a little. Look at this. I'm just gonna darken it real quick. And I'm using the brackets by the P key to make it bigger and smaller. That's all I'm doing. So I'm just gonna this, back to this brush, kind of do something like this, clean it up a bit. Do the same over here. And to tilt like that is with 0. Something like that. Fix this a little bit. So you could use Stable Diffusion to do stuff like this, but reality is there's no point. You're going to get good results, bad results, and it's just not going to look good. I mean, it can look good, but manually doing this will get you the best results. no matter what people say, oh, you could add 5,000 prompts, you could do this, do that, and realistically, we are going to get terrible results. We just want to cut the results down. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Once you get how you want the image to look, yeah, here air is jacked up, but stable diffusion will fix that. So I'm just going to get the angle properly where I want it. It's not to be perfect, but it's good as it is. I'm gonna hit save now, and I saw there's no much difference, but I'm gonna keep it as 1. So once we got a 1920 by 1080p, we're also going to downsize the scale. So first go to image, go to scale image to new size. We're going to change this, take these off, and we're going to change this to 960 by 544. Hit OK. Go to File, Save As, and save it as 1A. And then we're good to go. And we're going to use this file for stable diffusion now. So once you have your model set, go to image to image, and all we're going to go to is inpaint. Once we're in inpaint, we're going to change a few settings. Change only mask padding pixels to 24. Changed it to only masked. And then we're going to change this to 960 by 544. And that should be good to go. We're going to keep it same 20 sampling size. We're going to add a few prompts. So I'm going to add these prompts to it. Elizabeth Olsen and the Odeya Rush at 0.6. This will merge them to get it a blend. I'm going to have it with blue eyes, dark black hair. And this is how you get your clothing, but if we're working on the face, you want to set it to here. So we don't have to worry about the clothing and whatnot. Once you got that, also make sure to change your CFG to 2 and change this to 0.65 for the face. So just try and get the face as much as possible. Be good enough. And now we got something that looks more, I would say, realistic. I don't like earrings, just for the fact that when we're making an image, it's not gonna get it right. Sometimes earrings and other jazz, we could fix all this. So let's just say we're gonna add that. Face got a little shrunk, which is fine because when we scaled, we did increase her head size a little too much. So let's try to get with 65. Let's look at what 65 does to over here, right? Just get the sides. I'm not going to mess too much with the face anymore. Just the sides. We're going to blend some more. Generate. Looking better. And now let's increase, if you have a good graphics card, increase the batch size. Oh, we need clothes now since I messed with that wearing. Let's go with what color? Pink. Let's go with the red shirt. Edit red shirt. Then now we're just gonna get random stuff. So let's try to get something close as possible to red. That was fine. Few fixes. I'll probably go with something like this. Now decrease your denoise to around 50. We're gonna fix something over here. And we're gonna have to fix the fingers, which might be a little too hard. We'll see. Looks fine. Before we do that, let's go ahead and get the background more to match, since we did a little blending, or I did. Work on the sides. And what we're going to have to do once we get a good image is we're going to have to upscale it again. And this will be our first time upscaling. But we're going to see how it looks. If it looks kind of like something just not right, some details got artifacts just became ugly that we just didn't see, or I didn't see. So we're just gonna try to get a good I like how it's messy right there, but this looks better. I just gotta fix it right there. So I'm just gonna go with this. In my mind, this one looks the best. I'm just gonna try and fix this as possible. And then the worst part is the fingers. Right? I'm not gonna try and touch the mic as possible. Let's see if I could get that. Hair's kind of on the mic. It's kind of weird. So I'm gonna see if I could fix that, or I might have to go back to Krita and fix it. Now it's drawing a head. It's what we don't want. So copy this. Let's just put it right here where the apple is. Change it. We're gonna put a woman hand on mic. Hopefully this will work. If not, if it doesn't, we could go back with the same keywords, prompts, and then go even lower. So that way it understands that, oops, I didn't even get that part. So, let's see. All ugly. Yeah, we're gonna have to go a little bit lower. About 35 maybe. Let's see if this works. Just gotta change some of the skin tone. Looks like it. Yeah, it looks fine. It's a little difference. Not too much. Change it back to 50 maybe. And fix right here. Everything else looks fine. What I'm thinking. Always do the eyes more. some let's see. And we gotta fix the face on the sides. See if this works. Let's go with that, make them pop out more. Let's see if this could get. That looks better. But let's just go with it, right? So the next step is put it in your directory. You have your 1A, put it 1B. And we are done with almost with stable diffusion. All we have to do is go back to extras. Now put in your 1B, and we just want to scale it by 2 by this is, you don't have to mess with this, but we just want to scale it by 2, go with the nearest, and let's try Gain 4x. I don't know how to say that. Go next. We're gonna look at the image that shows, see if it's good. Looks decent. I would say this is it's good enough, right? Looks like there's movie film ready to go. Once you got that set up, the next step would be let's animate this, right? So if you have a voice, go ahead and use it. If you want to make music, that'll be the next step. But we can make the animation for her going for right now, and then you can move forward. Once you have scaled your file image, that's right here, you're going to notice it's 920 by 1088. Go ahead and fix this. The best way to fix it to 920 by 1080 is to go to Krita and then paste your image. So either make a new file or use the same one that's open. All you have to do is just go back to your image, and then you're just going to look for a scaled image to image size, new size, and then change it to 1920 by 1080. Hit OK. And then what you want to do is go back where you have your extras image from right over here would be stable diffusion. So when you got the extras, open that folder to get your file size. Double check the file size. What I mean by that is it 1920 by 1080? Once you got that, you have this open. Control C, copy to the clipboard, and all you have to do is just press Control V. And then use local file, and then save it once more. And you are good to go. I'm just going to name it as Use Me. Once I got that set, then I have Use Me. 1920 by 1080, perfect, right? I don't want to use this one, 1920 by 1088. So once you got that set, go back here, go to your Kling. You know, this one costs money depending on what Premiere and stuff. I'm not going to go too much into details of it. But if you want to create an animation of, like, for example, like something like this, all you have to do is give your prompt, your image. This one has a motion brush. What this is doing is saying, hey, don't mess with the background too much. Just mess with the person right here, right? To do that is, if you notice, I have two masking. I have a green one right here and a purple. So to get that is by area 1, you're just putting in your circle where you want this. I want the face to turn left, right? Here's the tracking motion to move it left. This is just your masking. I'm masking this area. Purple, I'm masking this to say, hey, turn this way. Same thing right here. So for example, I'm just doing this, right? Now, for static area, I am just covering this whole area that I don't really want to be touched, right? I don't want it to be moving motions and all that. It's just a standstill image. Once I do that, got everything I wanted. I want to delete anything, you know, I could just use this. I want to go back, I could just use this. Same thing. So once I got that set, I'm gonna hit confirm. I'm gonna hit cancel right now because I already have this video. And then I hit generate, and this is where I get. Now, if I want her to sing on this, all I have to do is hit lip sync, and it's gonna take the same image, whatever has been done, and then kind of make it talk for that 5 seconds, right? With your audio clip. So that's how you get your animations. Now, for us, let's create the image. We're going to use that use me. I'm going to put it right here. And let's see. I'm going to remove this. And I'm going to use exactly I'm going to use the same prompts I used on this for Kling. So I'm just going to paste it right here. And then I'm going to add, you know, singing right hand on mic. Maybe I'll put a comma. Don't know if it'll make a difference. And then before I do that, I'm going to remove this negative prompts. And I'm going to use the same prompts I used from this. Paste it right here. Only difference is I have earrings. And then I'm just going to hit professional mode, 5 seconds. I'm not using any draw motions. I'm going to see if it could do anything creative as a you know, with the default settings of 0.5, creativity and relevance. And I'm just going to hit generate. And then I'm just going to have to wait. Once your file is done, all you have to do is go to downloads and then hit download without watermark. And you're good to go. So all you have to do is just download Davinci Resolve now, 19. And then download what version you have on whatever operating system you got, Mac, Windows, Linux, iPad. And what we're going to do now is do the video editing side. So once you got that, start up your, or install your Davinci. Yours is going to be 19, mine's on 18.6. Very similar. All you have to do is create a new project. Just going to call this YouTube guide. And all I'm going to do is drag my new video file that I just downloaded. I'm going to hit change. This is changing it from the frame rates right now. So the timeline got changed. So we want to go to File, Project Settings. And then make sure this matches your frame rate of your file. So when we went to properties, we went to details, we looked at it, 30 frames per second, 1920 by 1080, right? 1920 by 1080. If we're working on a vertical video, just click on vertical and it'll flip it. So once you have it set, hit save. And now this is how we're gonna do videos, right? All you have to do is just drag it down here. And you got it. If you're going to reuse another same image or whatnot, you could drag it again. It's on video 2. Oops. Bring it down to video 1. Here's your video layer. Here's your audio layer. So we got, let's just say, 2 of the same images, right? Got her singing and her singing, right? What we can do is change one to dynamic zoom. So when it goes to right here, it gets closer into. So you could reuse that line, or another trick is, let me Control C, Control V right here, is let's change the speed to negative 100. Once we change the speed to negative 100, now we're going to see her singing reverse, which another way to see if they could actually overlap, right? In a way, it could work. So those are a few tricks that you could use with this. And when you get audio or your audio, all you have to do is just do the same. Go over here, drag it in here, or you could just drag it right in this section anytime. Yours might not have all this stuff. We're not going to worry about it. We're just doing the simple stuff of getting your video out. So if you want to add more videos or image clips, just add them. And then, for example, oops, I want to delete. Try to cut, because sometimes if you delete, if you have other videos and everything that's following that segment of the sequence, it's going to be deleted out. So try to just use cut. Just make everything easier. I'm not going to get anything complicated. So you got that one video, right? Now, I keep this one for the zoom, and I am going to look for my other videos. And I'll add a few that I created with Kling AI. I think this is the best one so far right now. It'll probably change in a month how AI is going. I'll add right here. See how it has the audio file? I'm going to mute this track. I'm not going to use it. I can also create a new track, stereo track, put it down below. Not going to use it. So that way when I hit play, you got, this motion, and then it goes to here, right? All AI, same tricks. Same thing. I'm going to drag, add it right here. few more, and then I could show you exactly how to set it, or not exactly show you, but you get my drift. Just add another video. Let me move these up. One, just moving them. I'm gonna just drag this one over. Put these two right here. Let's say I created this video, right? And it's not gonna sync up with the voice. So typically Kling AI is about 0.4 seconds over 5 seconds. So when you go over here to the cut and you want it to match your audio, click on here and this like line right here. When you click here, you're going to see this. You see the right and the left. I want to move this left to right here to the 20-second tile. And now it's going to match your audio file. If it's 10 second, if you have a 10-second audio clip, this will match it. But I don't have any audio clips for this video, so I'm just going to leave it how it is. And I'll use this 40-second segment to show how to create the AI. Once I got that set, all I'm going to do is see if this gray marker hits the 40-second. Gets right there. I'm going to change this to MP4. I'm going to use the H.265. Doesn't matter which one you use. It's not like it's already compressed into MP4. So, and then browse, put a direction you want this. I'm just going to put it in a new directory right over here. Demo. I'm going to add it and then hit render. Now I have the animation itself. To add audio, it's the same thing. You just drag it down right here to create it, right? But with this demo, I have let's see. There we go. And you'll see the animation clip working just how I want it to. So get your images how you want to with stable diffusion, comfy UI. You can, tweak it as much as you want, get it as real as possible, or animation, you want your animation style as possible using certain models, and then you'll get something like this. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks.